This has been a very difficult month for all involved in Catholic educational leadership, and I know how much of the effects of the labor dispute are falling on the backs of the principals and vice principals throughout the province. At CPCO, we have been in constant communication with ministry officials with whom we have been sharing the stories that we have been hearing from the field. Please do not hesitate to contact me with information about how this work action is impacting you. An email would be the most effective way in terms of assisting us to collate the information, but I am happy to receive your calls as well. We'd also like to gather best practices that boards have been putting into place to help mitigate the effects of this strike on your role as a principal or vice principal during this disruption. It is my opinion that these labor actions exceed the concept of work to rule and are more reflective of strike action. Principals and vice principals are at a breaking point, and we are not in a position to accommodate the workload of the affected staff for much longer. CPCO has made this clear in all of our conversations with all of our partners. I encourage you to approach your senior admin team to discuss the following, which mirrors our requests of the ministry. We hope that these strategies will go some ways to alleviating at least some of the burden that has been placed on our principals during this labor unrest. We would like to see the elimination of evening meetings, postpone school council meetings, defer board in-services, defer directors and superintendents meetings unless it is necessary to deal with job action, grant extensions of timelines and defer ministry and board reports, defer TPAs, defer performance appraisals of non-teaching staff until the new year at the earliest and reduce the number that are expected to be completed. Increase part-time administration to full-time for the duration of this job action. Provide additional administrative support for single school administrators at least 1 or 2 days a week. We would like to see the reduction or elimination of email communication to principals and vice principals in the evening and on weekends. At a recent meeting of superintendents that I attended, George Zagaric, Deputy Minister for Education, reminded those present to thank their principals and vice principals for all of the extra work that they are performing that goes well beyond the mandate of their role during this dispute. Our partners have also recognized your tremendous effort and good spirit during this very difficult time. On a different topic, in a very timely and purposeful follow-up to our spring conference, CPCO is pleased to announce that we are launching our very own online mental health resource, Starling. Partnering with Dr. Andrew Meeke of Starling Minds, the resource provides education and training for CPCO associates to manage stress and prevent anxiety and depression. Working with our Protective Services Coordinator and our Program and Member Services Coordinator, Starling has provided CPCO with a unique case study of an administrator who is experiencing realistic stressors. It is based on cognitive behavior therapy, which is scientifically based treatment that helps people learn how their thoughts, behaviors, and physiology affect how they feel. It views mental health management as a skill that can be learned and improved. Evidence has shown that online CBT can be just as effective as CBT done in person with a trained mental health professional. Based on the feedback we have received, especially during the past few months, we know that many of our members are individuals who need and want to learn how to manage their mental health, increase their coping skills, and become more resilient to stress. Information regarding Starling, including signing into and accessing this free resource, can be found under the Resource tab on the CPCO Associates site. We are officially launching Starling this week through our Tip of the Week. Thank you all for providing dynamic Catholic leadership to your school communities, especially during these difficult days.